start a predator hunting ground stream. I've been, oh shit. Okay, well you don't have to leave if you don't want to, or if you want to. Mhm. Yeah, recently I've been looking for some Spawn figures. I've been getting into Spawn. I got. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, I've been recently going for the original ones made by Todd McFarlane. Before it was McFarlane Toys, they were called Todd's Toys, I believe. And they're in those like plastic cases instead of the cardboard back. Um, mm. NECA just I seen today for Alien Day. They released a pre-order image for their new big chat figure from Alien Romulus, where it's battle damaged and hanging from the ceiling. And I'm getting that because that's gonna be a great display piece. Mhm. Yeah. Oh man, it's gonna be an intense match. I can already tell. Mhm.
That ain't human. What the?
Mhm. Yeah. That sucks. Yeah, I've never really played the original, or I've played the original Pac-Man, but I've never played Miss Pac-Man. Yeah, some of the old games are classics and they're great. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I've been recently looking to see if I can get a PlayStation 2 for a decent price because I've been wanting to play Predator Concrete Jungle because I've never played the game and I've only watched people play it, and it's like there's no chance that that thing's getting ever remastered or remade. So, mm, mm, yeah, Predator Concrete Jungle on the PlayStation 2. I think it also came back. I think it also was on the. I want to say Xbox or Xbox 360, but I'm not a big Microsoft person, so. Hey, Zombie Nuts. Yeah, I know you've been here. I was just wondering when. I just wonder when you were gonna start talking. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Predator Concrete Jungle. It was. Mm-hmm. Oh, all right, man. Well, take care. Yeah, I've seen some small arcade consoles. Like I've seen like the miniature sized ones. Like some of them have Pac-Man or Galaga on it, and it's like I don't know if it's like the full game or if it's just like the first few levels. But they're like a few inches tall. They're like an arc yeah full like arcade cabinet, but it's just like 4 inches tall or less. I don't know.
What's going on in here?
Not much, Just I decided to stream some Predator Concrete Jungle, and
Stream.
yeah, and just talking to Sinister Chucky here about Spawn
Concrete
stuff
jungle.
and Predator
Looks like
stuff.
hunting grounds.
Or did I say Concrete Jungle? I meant
You
Hunting
said
Grounds.
concrete jungle. What the hell?
I'm sorry. I've been on Concrete Jungle all day thinking about it because I was watching AVP Galaxy's 20-year stream on it,
Oh yeah.
20th
Shit.
anniversary. Huh? Ah, okay. Yeah, Predator Concrete Jungle for the PS2. I mean, I could get that game no problem, probably less than $30. It's just a matter of
Uh,
finding a
you can get it
PS2
for
for a
30
decent price.
bucks, buddy. It's going for like 200 bucks on eBay.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm.
That's why I'm not getting rid of my copy. Fuck that. I mean, the disc isn't in the best shape, but it still plays all the levels. It's just it takes a little longer to load.
Mm. There'll be somebody who probably will be selling it for a good price. It's more
Well,
so the PS2 if I want to play some of those old games, because
you
right
could
now
use a PC.
that's true. But right now I'm not really gonna wait for a remaster or a remake because A, that's most likely not gonna happen, and B, the people who
No, it's
actually, the one company that actually does most of the old remakes and whatever, like, oh, no, you're right. But like like the people who usually make those remakes and remasters at the moment, like I think they only just got the license to do the PS3 games. So
Hmm.
even if we do get a remaster or a remake of Concrete Jungle, we're at least 10 to 15 years out from that. Because A, that
Interesting.
original, yeah, because that company went under, and pretty sure that Disney slash Fox owns the rights to that now. But because, uh, yeah, because it was also released on Xbox, so I can't really say it's a Sony owned thing. But hopefully, with more media for these two franchises, Alien and Predator, getting released, hopefully we actually get more media for Predator in terms of games. Considering the fact that I think Aliens has actually
It's
had
not
more games than
impossible.
Predator. I think Aliens to date has had more games than Predator.
Oh yeah, definitely. 110%.
I think the next logical step for a Predator game should be open world.
That'd
Give
be
us
pretty fucking nice.
Assassin Creed mechanics of parkour.
Parkour!
Parkour.
Parkour!
But yeah, Zena, that was a wild conversation last night on that Discord.
You know what? I was gonna talk to my buddy, but since you don't
Don't
really care about it that much, like I
no.
could get you back in.
That
But I
dude,
was just
there's no
gonna
point
point out to
because
him that those messages
because
are still there.
like there I don't think you can get me back in because I know damn well that Deshaunde and Cole are probably going to complain like, "Oh, you let the toxic male back in. You let this guy back
Toxic
in."
male.
I don't know what they'll say. Fucking you know. And then they think
Yeah,
Canada, oh,
got
that's the other thing.
brainwashed.
Thinking Canada's greater than the United States. Give me a break. You couldn't defend maple syrup.
Well, Canada has special forces units, but they're not as the United
Advanced as
States
ours.
reigns supreme for a good reason.
hmm But it's
You
like
know,
some of the shit they were spouting was just pure TDS.
pure tedium, you mean?
TDS, Trump Derangement Syndrome.
Oh, TDS, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it's pretty bad these days. I understand people don't like the man, but
But the
he
fact that
got the
they're letting it
fucking
run their lives And then it's like they're using that in moderation on Discords, like and Reddit's like, give me a break, dude. Find something to do with your life.
Yeah, they
Like
don't do too well.
and just out of this is one thing I encourage people doing. Make exact carbon copies of subreddits or discords, but just say uh, anti woke moderation or some shit as in the title. And basically, it's the exact same server, except you actually allow people to say what they're thinking within reason, you know, and everybody's allowed to have an opinion, but you can't ban
Well,
them
that's
over
the
something they
thing.
said.
Freedom of speech is this is the United States. Freedom of speech is prevalent, but apparently nobody likes that. You
Right.
don't like my political candidate, so you're not allowed to. You're not allowed to speak your opinion.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, you've seen
that's
how they
not how
acted
that
in the
works,
fucking
buddy.
Discord as soon as I said, look at crime statistics, and they're like, oh, so you're saying, oh, brown people are bad? And I'm like, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, look at crime statistics.
Yeah, they can't do that. They're not capable of looking at those without a bias.
And that's the funny part is because the fact after I said that I said facts over feelings, they were seething. You could just tell they were seething. And then Pepe, I don't know what side Pepe was on, but he was going back and forth because he's like, so school shootings are mainly caused by white males. So should we demonize all white males?
I
Yeah,
mean, first of all, they're not mainly white males. It's a big mix. They're talking about the big ones like Sandy Hook, yes. What's that older one from the early 2000s or the late 90s?
I can't recall, but Columbine.
Columbine, yeah, that one was pretty bad, but there's
You know, it,
dozens.
and I like
Like
how they
race doesn't matter with
completely.
that.
I kind of find it funny that they refuse to acknowledge the one that was the shot that the trainee shot up the Christian school and killed kids.
Yeah, that one was pretty bad.
The
That one was
Nashville one.
bloody as fuck.
Yeah, and the fact that you know that it took Steven Crowder, I don't know if you know who he is, but he was the one that ended up releasing the manifesto because he had somebody freaking leaked it from the police force of Nashville because they didn't want to release it because they knew exactly what precedent it would be if you know if the public knew. So it was 100% malicious intent. That shooting, obviously, premeditated murder, and essentially a hate crime.
Should have seen
I
the
mean,
manifesto we had.
I read that manifesto of the transgender school shooter. I read it. At least the ones that were the pages that were released. Fucking sick people, man. Any rate, back to the topic at hand. But yeah, it's just like, dude, I was literally in that Discord server for less than 3 days. That's how crazy it was. I'm just laughing about that because I'm like, wow, it only took me 3 days to get banned off this subreddit for my own views, or subreddit. I'm sorry, Discord server. It's like you don't like my opinion, that's fine, but did you really have to go complain to the mods? Did you have to go bitch and complain to the mods because you don't like my opinion? So much for being tolerant, so much for
Well,
being freedom of speech.
politics are allowed in the server,
Right.
but so
I mean,
I understand why you got in trouble, but they didn't. They got off scot-free, which is why I wanted to bring it up to him. Like, hey, dude, kind of playing favorites here.
I mean, if you want to bring it up, that's fine. I mean, it ain't really gonna do anything for me. But I think in all fairness, they should be punished as well because of the fact that they're the ones that brought it up, and if, like you said, they're getting off scot-free, that is a little bit of an issue.
Bullshit.
But you see, they're never gonna admit that. Okay. Yeah, it was a little bit my fault. But hey, at least the field med got him up twice, so yeah, his health is not gonna be in the greatest right now. Anyways, Zeno, what do you think about that big chap figure that Nick is doing
I think it's
for Romulus?
pretty dope.
Like you seen the other picture I posted, right? Where it's like there's little screw holes so that you can essentially have it hanging off of screws in the ceiling or hooks.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I mean, I kind of moved away from all that.
Jesus Christ, the amount of fucking DPS the fire team puts out is just nuts. Alright, they are most likely going for reinforcements. Oh, no, they're actually still in the building. Anything you want to talk about, Zeno?
Focusing on a match right now.
Oh,
Got a
sorry.
really obnoxious predator I'm dealing with.
It ain't me, no. Just joking. Alright. Yeah,
I
they're
see you,
bulking.
you know.
No, you don't.
Like I'm actively fighting up the predator and doing objective. And mission's done.
Oh, I think he's gonna go for... Yep, he's gonna go for Ren.
I'm down.
And that's an insta-disc down. Right
Disc
headshot.
down. Right headshot. Get him in the butt.
Oh yeah,
Do
I
him in the
fucking...
butt.
I headshot him with the disc.
He hit him in the shot. Shot him in the head.
Mesh. Bionic Stalker, if used properly, actually can be a
He's
decent
S tier.
class.
Decent. He's S tier, dude.
Especially with the disc.
Caster.
Caster or disc.
Dude.
Hmm. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, pardon me. I wonder if NECA's gonna do any Predators for that Killer of Killers movie. There are It's the new animated movie that's coming out on the 6th. Because there's two movies this year. There's the live action one that's coming in November, and then there's the animated anthology movie which is coming on the 6th. It's three different stories: Predator versus Vikings, Predator versus Samurai, Predator versus World War II pilot. The only one who actually has a decent design in that movie is the one that's fighting the Samurai, because the one fighting the Vikings is literally roided out, while the other one looks like the one who's doing the World War II pilots. I don't know what he has, like
Oh,
no
that's
dreads. He has no dreads. I don't know if his mask is supposed to be cybernetic or it's his mandibles. I don't know. He has an
I
eye
don't
patch.
fucking know.
But
All good, buddy.
oh, but that Dan Trachtenberg actually gave an explanation as to why the Predator looks weird.
He said
For
it's an
the new one,
adolescent, right?
it's an adolescent that, but it's also a runt. It's a
Yeah,
runt.
that's not how that works, though. That's not why the face looks terrible.
Well, the face looks terrible because of CGI, but I think it's meaning like the smaller figure. Like, why is it like smaller in size compared to the rest of the Predators? Because it's a runt. In terms of the face, it's okay until you look at the mandibles, at least the bottom ones. I can maybe forgive the top dreadlocks, that are coming straight out of the forehead, and then it just makes it funny because oh look, as soon as they become adult, they immediately start losing their dreadlocks. They got that what do they call that, male pattern baldness.
Hmm.
But honestly, I'm more excited to see the frickin' that one with the white dreads in the movie because he looks like a
How's
beast.
that guy? Probably a clan leader.
He's 100% a clan leader, or it's gonna be his dad, because apparently he's trying to prove his worth to his dad in this movie.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, mm, man, it kind of sucks now that a lot of the movies that you want to see on DVD are only on Blu-ray or streaming. Because I know Prey has a Blu-ray release, um, and I think the Godzilla Showa collection has a Blu-ray release, but not a DVD release. The Heisei collection. Yeah, but I don't think you could play Blu-ray on DVDs players.
What's this puppy doing? Puppy doing?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like I don't think.
What's puppy dog doing?
I don't even understand it either. It's like you have DVDs, then you have Blu-ray, and then you have like the 4K HD
It's a
release.
different system. They can't make a DVD play on a Blu-ray player. That's just not how that works. It's not reading the right. That's like putting some Chinese in front of an American student. You know, he's not going to understand how to read it.
Unless he's a
That
Chinese
makes
spy.
sense.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like exclusives.
They'll the last PS4
Gotcha.
exclusive, Ghost of Tsushima.
I mean, I'm glad they're merging the exclusives. Hopefully, they give us a universal console. It's like a mini PC instead of having
That'd
to
be nice.
choose Xbox or PlayStation. Because I remember when my friend group, when Xbox 360 was getting phased out, we were all like, yeah, we're gonna get an Xbox One. But then, Destiny was gonna come out first on PlayStation, and we were all big Destiny guys, so we said, fuck it. Guess we're getting a PS4.
So much for that now. Yeah. It's not even gonna matter in the next 3 years, anyways, because they're gonna be doing the frickin' PS6. Mm-hmm. Ooh, I'm having some lag.
Yeah.
It also doesn't help when games are frickin' now they're trying to frickin' say, oh yeah, games are, you should be paying $80 to $100 for a game.
I mean, inflation plays a big part in that. GTA 5, I can see why GTA costs that much.
Can you imagine how many different versions of GTA 5 or 6 is gonna get released?
Yeah. Several consoles.
Like, I'm gonna get GTA 6 just to try out GTA 6. I'm not saying it's gonna be great, but you never know. Rockstar at least has consistency in storytelling, so I'm not too worried. I can't believe that we're already like at least 3 years away from getting the PS6. Like it feels like it just feels like the 5 came out yesterday, but then again it was in 2020. Here we are in 2025. I only just got my PS5 in 2021, so it's like, you know, I'm already halfway through the life cycle of the PS5. But
Reloading. Holy, that ain't human. Fuck.
guys, you gotta stop the camping. See, now you're getting fucking plasma spammed.
You tell him.
Alright, there's one guy missing. That means he's fucking gotta go for Rian, which is fine because it just gives me a second opportunity to kill him. Speaking actually, which where he lives. Okay, he's mudded up. You know what? That just gives me
How the
more.
fuck are they still spamming for reinforcements? Like, get us back, get us back, get us back. Like, it is in progress. I am at the computer. Hold the fuck on. Be patient. Holy shit. They need to take away that option to be like, hey, get me back. Get me back. No, shut the fuck up. Be patient.
I'd make him wait even further.
Fucking children. I don't know why they added that in the first place. Just a bunch of fucking kids like, come on, I wanna respawn. Like, this isn't Fortnite.
Destroying the medkits and the ammo crates. You don't get any support. I got an OWF sniper hiding from me. And he's progressing the mission. Oh, there he is, Rian. Where's he at?
Interesting.
Oh, he's at the bottom. Sorry, what'd you say? There's one. They have a PlayStation 2 for I think 200. I can easily go buy it right now, but at the same time, I'd rather see these prices that are maybe cheaper. But no, I don't want you to get me a PS4 or a PS2, dude. Don't worry about it. I don't want you to waste your money on me. I can easily go buy one for no problem.
Good. He's loaded. He's got a lot of money.
Well, I'm not totally loaded, but I got a decent.
I'm not totally loaded, but I buy new figures that are about $60 a pop once a week or twice a week.
You know, you got a point.
Fuck yeah. Oh shit, dude, I'm already 2 matches just like that.
Fucking idiot fucking fire teams. Bye, buddy. I was fucking standing right in front of him and he's like, oh, I don't see you. Actually, let's not play too risky here. Because right now he's going to stand up there. I gotta get a pig. Yeah, Dan, I'm still playing. Actually, I haven't talked to you in a bit. I'm actually shocked you're in the stream. Mr. Ace Lord. Hello, sir.
Ace Lord.
Hello.
A sex lord.
Whew. A sex lord. I'm doing pretty okay. Oh, God, it hurt. I got a Dutch hunting me. Well, do the thing that you should be doing to all night chasers. Plasma caster.
Yeah, I just got done running with Davey and Naomi and Josh.
What, no fucking invite for me? What the fuck happened?
We was full.
Full?
Yeah, we was full.
Full of shit now.
Got it. It has been too damn long since I run with Davey on fire team.
I'm actually shocked David still plays, but then again, we just can't help it. We literally can't help it. This is like the only Predator game we can play.
Yeah. Dude, that sucks too.
Yeah, we had our second to last match. We had frickin' what's his name, Monkey King. We all ran frickin' Saw Z on him.
Oh, Jesus.
It was just like fuck it, Saw Z stack.
Rip. Rip any chance of the Predator.
No, he kept trying to give us the runaround, but we got him at Xville.
Oh, he is in here. I mean, I don't know what your plan is, bro, but I mean...
Fucking stupid!
Oh, please. Do you... I could just plasma caster you all day,
Do it.
dude.
Plasma.
Oh.
Do it.
And there we go.
Wanna pull some more shit, pull the caster out.
I did. He's dead.
Terminated. God bless.
Over here.
Over here.
This way.
So, oh, Ace did what was I gonna say? Oh, did you see that Drinkers Chasers clip about them talking about the Predator movie?
I did. I think. Um, I don't know. I think they're a little overreactive about it. My issue with it is the face. The face
Oh
looks
yeah,
horrible. They need to
could be
adjust it.
worse. Could be feral,
Like that video I kept posting in AVP General, and then they had the
dude.
fucking kids that were like, "I'm not watching it. I don't care." Like, okay, cross your arms, kick and scream then. Be a fucking baby. You're
You know
you're
that
30 years old going on 10.
that makes me want to make a meme about can I please have some more, sir? But like he's just serving slop, and then just post it every time somebody says I don't care. But
Pretty much.
I can't post her anymore. I got banned for
Yeah,
my opinions.
you did.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when facts over feelings.
Yeah. Ooh.
I think that was the quickest. Yeah, that was 100% the quickest time I've gotten fucking banned off a server. I was in the
Well, they
Warhammer
just don't like you.
subreddit. Oh, I know exactly who doesn't like me. It's fucking Deshande. Deshande and Cool are 100% freaking red on me.
Well, yeah, because you hurt their fifis.
Oh well, that's too damn bad. You know what I say? Toughen up. Built Fort
Wah wah.
tough.
Wah wah. Wah wah.
Troon. You had a literal. I don't even know if Cole's a kid or not, but the way he freaking talks and it reacts to people with gifs, he's 100% a kid.
Oh yeah.
If not, he's a young teen. Deshande, on the other hand, Troon.
True.
People aren't gonna like my opinions on that, but I say freedom of speech. As long as you're not
Freedom of
inciting
speech,
violence.
bitch.
As long as you're not inciting violence or threatening to kill somebody, you can say whatever the hell you want in this country. That's pretty much how that works. Any rate, thoughts? Anybody's thoughts on the new Witch Predator? Well, I already know Xenos, but I don't know. I'm gonna hear Aces. I don't even think Wait, is Ace here? Yeah, he is. Probably just off doing something.
So it's kind of a problem with her.
The
Big
energy
problem
read.
is
The
her
energy.
health and her energy. It's a
Yeah.
huge problem.
Isn't she literally just a scout though, with like more perk points? Or was it?
Kind of. She's got more energy and slightly more stamina and 50 more health on different specs.
Mm.
But it doesn't really help much, especially when you go up against good teams. Like Predators now, they need at least 1350 to put up a fight.
Jesus.
Unless
Also,
the balance is the worst it's ever been right now. Fire
oh,
team is so
100%.
fucking busted right now. Like you can take a fucking baby and he'd beat the majority of these Preds.
The fact that there's people that still defend class stacking is funny.
That's something that does need to go. But the big things, the big things that need to get nerfed or removed would be Field Medic. Field Medic has got to go because the Pred has to work unless you're using the fucking disc, and even then it's pretty goddamn easy to counter, especially if you're running ASIGs or you can aim. It's
Mm.
pretty easy.
I'm just
Field Medic can just come over there and boop, he's up.
yeah. Especially if you have Dexterous. Or
I
wait, is that
forgot
the
what I
one?
was doing. You don't even need Dexterous. You can just run up to him and oh
Boop.
look, a second passed. You're back up. It's literally a second interaction.
Don't trust Gino's numbers. I should make that a
That
meme.
I can't believe that, dude. Like these are literally the game file's numbers. I can't believe Josh said that. These are the game files. No, this is what it is. This is not anecdotal evidence. This is derived from the source. This is what it is.
Zeno, I think we should make a meme out of it.
Eh, I think that'd be childish.
You gotta remember, man, I got them out of a child. Yeah.
Retard. Let's be
No, I'm not.
But
Oh,
seriously
Lord.
though, I don't understand the obsession with me. I don't get it.
Who knows?
Anytime I drop some new shit in here, Splurge is fucking making a real petty joke about it. Like
Yeah,
look back in the
I,
chat log
I've
here.
seen
Like, come on now.
freaking. I would just outright say, if you don't want me here, I don't have to stay. Or, like if you have something to say, say it. It's clear that they don't like you, but they aren't gonna actually outright stay it.
Well, it's kind of funny that he says he doesn't like me and that I'm bad at the game, but then anytime I show up in that Predator slot, he leaves. Every single fucking time. Wham, I'm a plasma spammer. Like, I thought you were good at the game. You can't be basing everything I say off of how I play. I don't understand that. That's childish as fuck. It's obnoxious.
Every person has their own play style. I
I
would
wish he'd show
say,
up in the party so we could hash this out.
yeah, but he won't. I don't defend everything and everybody, but I will defend this. Everybody is allowed to play how they want to play, but you
Yeah, you
cannot
paid for the
claim,
video game.
yeah, but you cannot claim to be good if you are going to rely on broken mechanics. This goes for both sides. This goes for both
So,
sides.
Hook.
Yeah,
Hook and
exactly.
Amazon Ghost.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, support Field Medic and Dutch 87. Dante
exactly.
got his stamina nerfed, so he's not as bad, but even then, Dante Fanatic is easy mode.
Yeah,
Like, if you're running a support with a Dante, don't use the caster against him.
it's
He
useless.
takes less than half the damage from the caster. So you're gonna need to either have him in a trap or net him and fully charge a caster shot for it to do anything.
Yeah,
Otherwise, you can just sit there and take it.
Dante is beast mode, however. He is beast
Wow,
mode.
haha, a little dumbass catchphrase. So cool. Teehee, funny. Shut the fuck up.
I, yeah, I've been looking at this fucking Falconer drone. Oh, I'm sorry, the Witch drone. It's 100% the same model. They just retextured it. Like, come
Yeah,
on. Like, what
yeah,
was
pretty
the
much.
purpose of that? You couldn't just release it as a normal freaking the drone that Falconer has. Like, come on.
Gotta make money, yo.
It's like they have the file for freaking retexturing it to make it Falconers, but they're like, no, it's a brand new drone. Whatever.
Money.
Also, can we talk about how much tit is exposed with Witch? Like, holy crap. Side boob, under boob, in between boob. I'm not complaining, but at the same time, like, holy crap, there must be some horny motherfuckers on the dev team. Am I right? So,
Huh?
I was talking about the Witch Predator and how much boob is showing. I'm not complaining, but at the same
Oh,
time, there's some horny motherfuckers on that dev team. Wow, it took me 7 minutes to load into a match. Thanks, game. Oh, what is it? All right, who we got here? Joey Smallest, Black Demon, Narcotic Nation. Oh, never mind. Joey Smallest just left. Okay. Solar Wand. Black Demon. He's a pre-order. He's a pre-order dude. He got 94% on this game. He got 139 hours on the PlayStation 5 version. He has 989 on the PlayStation 4 version, so he's pretty much up there. He probably is decent. I'll find out. I mean, pretty much a lot of people who've played since launch are pretty good. I'm not gonna say the best, but I'm gonna say pretty good. Where's Ace? Hey, Slod, are you muted? Buddy? Buddy old pal? He's muted. He ain't here. I don't like talking to myself. Makes me seem schizo. I gotta get. Okay, here we go. We got finally Subway. Turbo Ghost 504. Hmm. You know, who do I want to use? Do I want to use Feral? Do I really want to run the risk with that?
I'm back.
There's Ace. What you been up to, Ace?
Not much. I'm finishing out the end of this. Finishing out the end of this year.
You mean semester? Oh yeah, that's right. Cause it's the end of the semester. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I pretty much got a contract renewal on lockdown.
Hmm. Cool.
Yeah. So another year of another year, and if I do pretty good, then I'll have probably a 5-year contract after that.
Shadow Viper just commented on my stream. He's in my lobby right now. Well, if you're in my lobby, no stream sniping.
You're stream sniping!
That's
Stop
cheating.
it! Let him stream snipe. Be so annoying to the point where he has to watch his screen. Don't give him any time to check his phone. It's pretty simple.
Well, thank you for blurting that right out, Tim. Zeno.
Fucking just net him or something, like shit.
I don't run nets on this class.
Well, you should.
Well, too late. I'm already in the match, bro.
Damn, he's stream sniping. He'll go get you.
Listen, if I really wanted to be a scumbag, I could have rained my scar with my frickin' combi and a net gun. Okay, bye,
I
Shadow.
thought you were gonna say axe there for a axe and a net gun.
Still got that video somewhere.
Hey,
I
you
know
do.
one thing: the amount of people that run Witch Predator the wrong way is just everybody's wanting to use Ghost on it like it's a new Amazon.
Yeah, but she's a little weak.
Yeah,
A little weak. Dude, she's got 1,050 health with no bullet resist. That's the lowest in the game. Like, Scout has 1,000, but she has 9% bullet resist. Might as well be 10%. Fucking... Witch has none. You need to run Impin on her if you're going up against a decent team.
Impin or fucking Ironside wanted to do.
And don't forget the adrenal boost for infinite stamina.
You don't need that.
No, her stamina regen's good. You basically run. You gotta run Impin and
Modified
Impin, long jump, and then your third perk's whatever.
What a down! What a down with the disc! Claim, thank you for the skull free, sir. Alright, who else we got left? I got one more person. I'm gonna go touch ya. I'm going to the Diddy house. Gonna lather you up in baby oil. P. Diddy and Epstein.
Interesting.
And he's dead. 1, 2, 3 stabs, and a yank and a pull. Free skull and spine. And spinal fluid to extract autism from, because that just works.
What? Don't do that.
I'm making a joke about the 2018 movie.
Don't do that.
Yeah, we don't even joke about it. That's how bad it is.
Any rate, I don't know. I didn't know what to talk about. I'm bored.
Let's talk about Haribo Go Bears.
Oh no.
I like them so they're so squishy.
Those things are good. I do actually kind of like that commercial. It's just funny as hell.
There's so many
the way
different
they
ones.
do the voiceover dub.
Let's talk about Haribo Go Bears.
Let's talk about bitch ass Whoa.
Oh no, Zeno, don't say that in my stream.
Whoa! Can't say that. It's bad.
Yeah, you can't say the N-word in my stream, but you can say quacka.
Whoa!
Actually,
Who
I don't
said
know if you
N-word?
can. I didn't say it. I just said N-word. I didn't say the N-word. If I was that bold, might as well call me black. But I'm not black.
Who's to say you aren't? You can identify as whatever.
Oh, that's right. I can't identify as it. I identify as a Chicago resident.
We need to bring back insane asylums.
Yes, I 100% agree with this. Bring back insane asylums. Insane in the membrane.
You have to bring back lobotomies with it.
Oh, not the
None of
lobotomy
these people
ace.
need one.
Further elaborate on these people.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Like, what do you mean by you people?
Oh, I know.
Thunderman.
Oh no, I know. I know what people you mean. I just want you to clarify that for the stream.
If it needs clarification, then you're too stupid to understand what I'm talking about.
Those afflicted with TDS.
Ah, yes, the TDS. It is a wonderment of humanity. That's not a word, but I'm going to use it anyways.
TDS is kind of rampant.
It is really rampant recently. I just
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Ace. Speaking of which, I was in a server for 3 days and I got banned because of because somebody's TDS. Ace.
Wait,
Discord
you were
server.
in the Galaxy for 3 days?
That's
Yeah, I was
not
an
too
AVP
bad
general
for
for
a
3 days.
streamer.
I was in AVP Galaxy's Discord server for like 3 days, Ace. And because of the conversation that me, a literal kid, and a Troon had last night, regarding a lot of recent issues.
Politics.
Yeah, I got banned this morning. But
Oh, yeah, and they're all still there.
yeah, but they're still there. You know, I pulled out the old facts over feelings and crime statistics.
Oh
And
God, that's what killed it. You pull out the crime statistics.
yeah, it's all right. I'm not mad. It just further
Yeah, I
proves.
wouldn't
It
be.
just further makes me happy. It makes me laugh. You know, it would be funny if I really went out of my way to make an alt account just to rejoin that server and do it again.
It usually pays to have like an alt in there where you're just lurking. But you gotta have the discipline to strictly lurk and not frickin'
Say anything.
You gotta have that discipline to lurk and not actually post anything.
Mhm. Yeah, there's a lot of things I've wanted to do in certain servers. Like I've actually legitimately in a few servers I've been in, I've thought about like trying to find a way to get a bot to flood that server with adding everybody. And like I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but it would advertise something, but it would like go
Well,
in
no.
every single chat room.
Here's the thing. Like servers, like a lot of servers like that, they have it to where the only people that can do at everyone are like admins or fucking mods.
Oh yeah,
Like
that's true.
that is an actual. I know I've got a server that I did. I got
That
a
is
server
smart.
that I have in Mothball, but
Yeah, no, that makes sense. But yeah, it would be funny
yeah,
just
it's
sending a bot in and then just adding everybody in every single text chat, you know, and annoying the piss out of them.
yeah, it'd be like spam.
All right. Yeah, take care.
All right,
This is-
man. See ya.
Yeah, I got banned. I got banned off the official Warhammer 40k subreddit because I was talking about how stupid the femstodies
Well,
were.
it's Reddit. It's Reddit. You're gonna get freaking It's Reddit. You're basically gonna get freaking banned from that unless they know you're in that. Let's see, where the fuck is
Am I a fascist for saying everybody should go through military service for 4 years? They don't even have to be frontline shooters. Just go into the military to learn some fucking discipline and respect. I'm so sick of these
the
Reddit
problem
tards.
that's the problem is that the people that need that would be unfit for like you can't really with the way the military is now, you wouldn't be able to do anything with them. You just wouldn't.
Oh yeah, get this, Ace. The people that I was arguing with last night seemed to think that Canada was mightier than the U.S. and I
God.
said, please, you couldn't defend maple syrup.
I mean, yeah, Canada has never been more powerful than the United States.
Never. Yeah.
And yeah, they're like, oh, Orange Man wants to go invade Canada. He wants to invade Greenland. It's like,
talk to the history teacher here. He knows what the fuck he's talking about.
Like Canada, when it was still part of the British Empire, like actually part of the British Empire, technically was more powerful than the United States because it was attached to the British Empire.
right. But
But
once they became
the thing
queen,
is, when like in terms of like after 1867, when Canada, well, even Canada's not even like even after that, like they never were that good. But see here, I'm trying to think of what freaking it was.
Shit.
Yeah, see here.
Oh yeah. I'm a little tired. But
Oh
I'm fine.
yeah, it is on here. It's like you can actually prevent people. You can actually prevent rolls from like tagging at everyone.
Mm.
I think it's in here. Yeah.
Oh god, it's ugh. That was I'm just looking at Farrell's model and how he has his mandibles closed. He literally has his bottom mandibles poking his upper ones. I'm like, dude, that has to hurt. Because he has them curled inwards. So, fucking... Ew. It's like how like modern day cows and goats and rams and whatever, when their tusks or their horns become so big that they curl inwards and start digging into their fucking skull. That's exactly what this reminds me of. Ugh. Anyway, yeah, but yeah, they were. You should have just seen the conversation last night, Ace. Like,
yeah, here it
just
is.
describing
It's on the auto mod now, like block mention spam.
Mm. It was chaos in that frickin' chat last night. They're like, thinking that capitalism was all bad and centrism was the way to go. And they're,
Like I wouldn't argue against centrism, but like, freaking capitalism is like what you can't pay for for socialism without capitalism.
What was another thing? Oh yeah, they like they're like, oh, Stalin should have killed more Nazis. It's like, okay, I mean nobody's disagreeing with that, but
he killed way more of his own people than he killed freaking Nazis.
Yeah, and I'm like, then I also was pointed out, I'm like, didn't Stalin also kill like a majority of the smart people in his country as well? And they're like, yeah.
No, that was actually Pol Pot. He killed basically. You want to talk about a communist purity spiral? Oh my god, dude.
Well, no, because Stalin killed doctors and teachers. I don't remember exactly how many or what else.
That's just communist in general. It's like they want to bring everybody down to like the peasant level. Killed everybody that knew anything about farming, and then tried to set up farms run by people who had no fucking idea how to farm.
Yeah, I was actually tempted last night to say that we used to shoot communists, but I didn't want to go that far.
Well, believe it or not, like if you want the worst communist dictatorship, like if you want the most casualty producing communist regime relative to total population of the country, Pol Pot's Cambodia is the de facto worst. 25 to, it was like anywhere from 23 to 27%, 2% margin of error was killed in those massacres. So it's like, think about that. A country of 8 million people, 8 million and some change, like 1 in 4, like during the reign of the Khmer Rouge, 1 in 4 gets killed. Like random farmers in Cambodia are still digging it. Like they're still finding human remains from those massacres.
Yikes.
Actually, Count Dankula just recently did a video on one of the, basically one of the, I don't want to call it a death camp, but it was basically one of the fucking death prisons. You need to watch that. Like, he gives some background on, like, he gives some background on the whole Khmer Rouge and talks about this prison. Like, of all the people that went into this prison, only 12 people were known to have, like, been pulled out of that prison alive when the frickin' Vietnamese army came and rolled into Phnom Penh.
Wow.
Like even Vietnam, like that, they're fucking communists too. But even they were like, holy god, like the Khmer Rouge were doing shit that was like beyond their comprehension. Like we're talking people made to self-mutilate, filth immersion, where like they would basically string you up by your ankles and then dunk you in a tub filled with basically blood and human excrement. There's a particular tree. There's one particular tree he talks about. And basically, what the Khmer Rouge did was just yeet babies at it.
I'm not dying out here in this shit.
Because like you can't like ammo's too expensive to just waste on infants and toddlers, so just yeet them at a fucking tree, and kill them.
I don't like the sound of that.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Just like actually like watch the video if you wanted to kind of go into some detail about it. Like, what's probably the most macabre thing about it all is that that particular school that got turned into a prison, it still stands exactly as the Vietnamese found it.
Wow.
Like they've got like the actual body part, like the actual bones of people that died in that prison. Like they basically set it up as a fucking museum. It's macabre as hell, but it's a reminder of, you know, how bad. It's just a reminder of, like, you know, just the atrocities that, you know, those people have went through. Dude, like the people that survived that fucking prison, they would regularly go there and like to sell like copies of books that they wrote, you know, detailing their experience. They'd be selling and signing copies of the books.
I remember watching or reading some book. I forget the name of it, but it was a fictional story, but it was during the time of Pol Pot, about some young girl and her family or whatever. They're trying to flee the country and whatnot. But yeah, they're fucking brutal ass fucking communism.
Yeah, that's definitely the worst. That's definitely one of the worst atrocities in human history. Just, you know, when you look at like the percentage of the population killed as a result. I mean, it was basically like even if you wore glasses, that was seen as a sign of being an intellectual. So it's like, yeah, so like the old dude that can't see for shit, you know, and needs glasses to be able to see anything that's just right in front of his face, just gets executed because they think he's an intellectual.
Mm-hmm. That's fucked up.
The very few people, that were kept alive, like the very few people that would have normally been killed that were kept alive, they were only kept alive because they actually had a skill that, you know, that was needed. Which one guy in that prison, he was like, the only reason they kept me alive was because I could fix typewriters. That's literally what he said.
That's
one guy said that he was only kept alive because he could fix typewriters, and then another guy said he was kept alive because like he was only kept alive because he was he was an artist and he could paint, and he was basically made to paint, you know, pictures of Pol Pot.
Oh man.
Yeah. That's like the only reason he was kept alive.
And then when you try and tell that to people, like, no, that didn't happen. You're just making that up.
That's what I would.
I hate fucking people like that. They refuse to
I would
acknowledge
want
history.
to get people. I would want to force people to go to Phnom Penh and see like what's left of that prison and see like the actual bones of people that died in that prison, and try to tell the people of Cambodia this didn't happen. You're going to be the next one that's in the mass graves. Like they're going to start throwing your asses in mass graves.
I give it roughly another 5 to 10 years before people actually start returning to normal. It's all a cultural pendulum.
It's like honestly, it's just like the events of the events of 2020 broke like so many fucking people. It's just like
Oh yeah. 2020 was a game changer.
like the psychology of people of some people in the West is just going to it's never going to change back.
Mhm.
I mean, we're in 2025, and there's still people that wear frickin'
Masks.
cheap ass cloth masks inside their car.
I've seen them. I've seen some of them on my route, on my mail route.
I mean, there's people that haven't left their house in 5 years.
It's just Jesus. I don't know how are they living? How are they working? Oh, that's right, work from home, and then also getting Walmart
they've
Plus.
got a job. It's like they basically work from home. They basically work from home, and then they get everything through Amazon and fucking Uber Eats or DoorDash.
There's also
It's
Walmart
like,
Plus, getting their stuff delivered through Walmart.
That's only in select locations, though.
Oh, that's true. It's crazy.
Yeah, like anybody that says 2020 didn't break a fuck ton of people is, well, they're just wrong.
I remember like just a little vividly, like when COVID first like was known to the world when it first came out in China. Like we started talking about it in my Spanish class and we were theorizing on it. Yeah, and then it's like a week later, freaking school was closed and we were all online. I'm like, dude, the that freaking ruined like a lot of fucking things in my final year of high school. I mean, I didn't mind going online, but it fucking sucked. My last fucking 3 months of high school, just fucking nonstop, almost online constantly. Like fucking.
All that shit was just fucking. All that shit was dumb anyway. Like, it was a multi-fold. It was a multi-fold operation. It's
Yeah, and it's funny too.
It was a general election year in the United States, and it's like it was a general election year in the United States, and then it was basically a social experiment to see like what they could get people to fucking do.
Exactly. And Fauci will never answer for that.
I'm like, this seems.
Well, even then, I think he might. I think he actually might because Trump was saying that apparently some of Biden's pardons don't matter.
Well, yeah, like it's your own. Like, if you're just going to have, if it's going to be signed by an auto pen, like if you're not actually going to take the time to sign, somebody's pardon letter, like sign out a pardon letter for somebody, or because I know that they probably have like it's like pardon for this part, like you write their name in, then you sign it as the president of the United States.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I feel like if you're going to pardon somebody, actually go through the effort of signing their name, and then you're putting your signature on it yourself, or you're writing out who you're going to pardon on the letter and then signing it.
Yeah.
I still I don't think I don't think you should be able to retroactively pardon stuff. Like you can pardon people for specific things, but I don't think it should be something like because what was fucked up about it is like like actual and potential crimes dating back to this date. I'm like, no, you should only be able to pardon somebody for crimes they've been fucking convicted of.
Did you see that main eyewitness for the Epstein shit? She's apparently dead by
got
suicide.
hit by a bus, recovered, and then committed suicide. Doesn't make sense. Then quote committed suicide. Doesn't make sense.
I heard that she was dying of kidney failure or something.
No, tried to take her out by hitting her with a damn bus. Didn't work. She was recovering, and then decided to kill herself. Bullshit.
I think she also stated she wasn't suicidal. Also, which is also funny how the mainstream media also says that she killed herself. Like, how does that make sense if she wasn't suicidal?
This is why you don't. This is why you don't delay when you say. This is why when you say you're going to release the fucking list. Release the fucking list. Do it. Because like, if anything happens to you after that, guess what? It's automatically suspected as murder.
Well, that's the thing. I wouldn't even announce that I would do it. Or releasing it. I would just release it. That fucking.
Well, no. It's like if you announce that you're going to do it, do it. Don't do this fucking shit of like, oh, don't do the shit of saying, oh, it's on my desk. Do it. But this leads to a whole other matter in that I was arguing like last week with somebody, and I was like, you know what? It's like we're beyond the point. Like it doesn't really matter. Like trying to do things, like trying to do all this shit by the book, or as like by the book as you can, and like utilizing whatever legal chicanery that you can to like get around like attempts at obstruction. Like why are you even trying to play by the rules? Like the people that you're up against do not see your administration as legitimate. Why do you care for their opinion? If they don't think that you're legitimate, that's on them. Like they're never going to regard you as legitimate. Regardless, it doesn't matter what you do. Like you playing by the book to try and give the appearance of legitimacy, it's not going to help these people. Their minds are made up. The minds of their followers are made up. Just go in. You don't have to worry about running for re-election. Go in. Go scorched fucking earth. Get rid of everybody. Get rid of pretty much everybody who is standing in opposition to you, and get shit done. It's like what do you think these people are going to do if they win again? Like they've already tried to kill you. Like
Twice.
They tried to imprison you. They violated statute of limitations to prosecute you for a crime, and then they tried to lock you. Then they wanted to lock you up for the rest of your life, and then when that didn't work, they literally tried to kill you.
Well, you see,
You have to start stacking fucking bodies at some point.
Well, you already see that they arrested that one judge for apparently helping. She was helping fucking people.
He literally was housing a known like gang member in his house. Why was he doing that? Like, was this dude like some kind of hitman that he had just living in residence? Like, what the hell?
That judge they arrested. She was like what, helping people avoid ICE or getting them through the border or something.
By the very letter of the law. Well, this is what I brought up. Okay, so the president of the United States is head of the executive. He is the head of the executive. Congress is the legislative. The Supreme Court's the judicial. So so basically, Congress puts laws on the books. They make the laws. President signs them into action, and then he's in charge. The executive's in charge of enforcing the laws.
And judicial helps reinforce them.
However old these laws are, if they're ruled constitutional by the court, however old these laws are, the executive has to pretty much enforce them, or it's their job to enforce them. So, when Congress is telling Trump that he cannot deport people who are in the country illegally, and they thus are subject to deportation or otherwise expatriation, Like if they're here, like if their visas are expired or they're just, you know, they have no documentation at all, whatever, they're due for expatriation or deportation. That's the president's job. It's the executive's job to do that. So when Congress is telling the president that he cannot do the job that is listed to him as part of the U.S. Constitution, that is in effect obstruction. That is by the very letter of the law obstruction. So the people that basically the people who are telling the president that that they're giving him the job of doing this, they're giving him the job, making the law for him to enforce, they're telling him he can't do the job. That is obstruction. So it's like you do nothing and you're seen as ineffectual, or you know it's fucking stupid.
I don't even understand how a judge could block what the president's doing.
If the court does not like the fact that a law is on the books, put forth a motion to put forth a new legislation to overturn it or to get rid of it, or just say what's like this law is off the books. Like this law is off the books. We're doing this because otherwise the court has to rule it unconstitutional, and that's. For some things that are clearly laid out, you can't rule that stuff unconstitutional. So if Congress doesn't like the fact that the president's using these 200-year-old laws to do his job, repeal the fucking laws.
Yeah.
So yeah, we are at the point where there's obstruction. I wouldn't call it necessarily obstruction of justice, but there's obstruction of the executive in doing its job. I mean, this is literally no different. This is literally no different than the state railroading a cop that is basically getting rained on by fucking automatic gunfire, and he pops the guy and kills him. That's no different than that cop getting railroaded by the fucking state. It's like, oh hey, yeah, this dude was like, mowing the fuck out of civilians with a full auto fucking AR-15, and you shot him. Yeah, like you kept more people from getting killed, but you did a no-no. You killed the guy. It's like, well, what the fuck are you supposed to do?
Yeah, just stand there when it happened.
It's like you either do nothing and get prosecuted for failing to act. You either get prosecuted for aiding and abetting, or you do something and get prosecuted for murder. It's like, so yeah, when a cop has to shoot somebody, they might as well just dump them in a fucking ditch someplace. And they wonder why nobody wants to be like. They wonder why there's the only cops left are bad cops. All the good cops fucking left. They're like, fuck this damn shit. I'm not about to do this shit for like $30,000 a fucking year and then get prosecuted when I actually have to shoot some inner city diverse youth.
I'm paying close attention to that frickin' Carmelo Anthony trial. I want to see how that fucking ends.
Oh, that kid, I honestly think that kid needs to just be dragged out of his fucking bougie ass house and strung up on a fucking street light. I don't care. He should have been prosecuted as an adult, and the prosecution should have sought an expedited death penalty.
If he gets off scot-free, he's gonna end up fucking dead in a week by
somebody. If he gets off scot-free, I honestly hope there's nowhere in this country he goes where, somebody's not out to get his ass. If he gets off scot-free, I hope that he has to go to, that motherfucker better go live at the goddamn South Pole. That's all I can say. I don't see why, the fact that, the judge lowered his, how the fuck do you get bond? How the fuck do you get bond for murder? How the fuck do you get bond on a murder charge? Anytime somebody is, anytime anybody's accused of murder, that's, at least up here, you don't get bond. You can't get bonded out when you're facing a murder charge. If you did, it's something real fucking. If you do, it's real fucking steep.
$1 million. I can't even believe the judge did that.
If the preliminary evidence is kind of flimsy, you might get bond. if the preliminary evidence is kind of flimsy that you're actually the suspect, that you're actually the guilty party, you might get bond if you're lucky. But when you've got dozens of eyewitnesses to say, yeah, you just pulled out, to say that you just pulled out a knife and stabbed this dude to death because of his skin color. One, I don't know why in the hell it's not being prosecuted as a hate crime. It's not. It has nothing to do with socioeconomic factors because the kid was from a kind of a bougie, like a comparatively bougie family anyway. So this was entirely somebody that's grown up with black privilege. But no, that's just what needs to happen. Is just like he needs to just get lynched. I'm sorry to say, but he just needs to get lynched. Because anything less than that is not justice. Like he killed this poor kid in cold blood over being in like the wrong seat. Like what the fuck?
No one's gonna. I don't see his defense lasting very well. If they have the right jury.
with the freaking spokespeople that he has. Oh God, he's not. Like, he's just like his spokespeople are just shooting him in the foot.
Well, you see the dude that's fucking defending him right now.
I honestly, like, I do not see why in the hell. Like, what I would do is like, okay, I would basically do what the what the federal government was going to do in the case of Derek Chauvin. If they did, like, if he wasn't found guilty at the state level, then he was going to be immediately re-prosecuted at the federal level. That's what I would do. I'd be like, okay, well, since I would try him again at the federal level, even if he gets convicted, but I would try him as an adult. It's like, yeah, you're being charged with a racially motivated hate crime, second-degree murder. And you're being tried as an adult, and given that you're in Texas, we'll be seeking the expedited death penalty. So that's what I would do. Just like, okay, well, here you go. Like either the state of Texas can try him as an adult, or the feds will try him as an adult and get him put on death row anyway. Play that how you will. I mean, if I was the Attorney General for the state of Texas, that's what I'd be saying. I'd be like, nope, this kid's old enough, he knew what he's doing was wrong, prosecute him as a fucking adult, second-degree murder, make it a capital offense because it was a racially motivated hate crime. There you go. Because imagine the outrage if it would have been the other way around.
Oh, 100%.
I honestly feel like that's kind of what they're trying to set up for. Is like they're trying to set up for another summer of fucking riots.
Somebody help me!
But I don't see how in the hell they're not going. I don't see how the hell they're not trying him as an adult, let alone not seeking the death penalty, because there's dozens of witnesses to say it was him that did it. There's dozens of fucking witnesses that are like, it's not like it was only white dudes that were witnesses. There's other, like, I think there was so it's not like the only people that were witnesses were white, so it's not like he's gonna have it's not like it's gonna be racially stacked in terms of like the prosecution's witnesses. But no, honestly, if he ends up getting away with it, if I was the dead kid's dad, I would just shoot him myself. It's like it's like you took everything I had that mattered to me. I got nothing left to lose. Fuck you. I mean, just pull a Gary Plauché on his ass.
Yeah.
Which that was a bit of the. Which at least fortunately I'm dealing with students that have some sense, like because that's like the other class I have other than like the second world history is like dealing with current events, and it's more of like a discussion thing than it is an actual class. So it's like, because I thought it was going to be a bit of a hot button issue, and to my surprise, like, even like because I got people like different races in that class, and I'm just like, well, Like, what do y'all think? If like you're given the number of witnesses, that said he did it, what do you think? Like about, which I actually had one of the black kids in the class. He's like, yeah, this doesn't do this. This isn't like whoever that judge is. She's not doing us brothers any favor,
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much what he says. Like this is the kind of crap setting race relations back. I said that is a very fair point. It's a very good point actually. Which he ended up saying is like, yeah, I think he should be. He's old enough to know that killing somebody unless it's self-defense is wrong. So prosecute him as an adult.
It'll be interesting to see what happens. He walks out of that courtroom scot-free.
It's going to be infuriating either way, because it's like, one, he's not going to get, like, at the very least, if he doesn't get life without the possibility of parole, which it's at that point, might as well just give him the death penalty. If he's going to be facing life in prison with no chance of parole, just kill him. Like,
my baby ain't do nothing wrong. He don't deserve no death penalty.
That's why I hate that shit. It's like they want to preach all this, all these people as didn't do nothings.
It's not even close. The Slayer beats Master Chief any day.
Chief can't put up a fight against the Slayer.
If it was Slayer without his powers, just regular old Doom guy
versus Doom guy, then yeah, that'd be a pretty decent fight.
Yep.
Even then, Doom guy couldn't fucking do anything to him because he doesn't have fucking super strength. He just pure anger.
Yeah, no. I've seen in the teaser where they've got like Master Chief kind of boxing it up like with the Slayer. It's like, no.
Slayer would lay him out
dude.
with one tap, say good night, sweet prince.
Now if they're just sparring in the if they're just sparring, then yeah, I think it would be a good fight.
But if the Slayer tapped into his, like, he's like Kratos. He keeps that shit under control until he needs it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be really interesting to see how.
Well, it's like I said, if they were just kind of sparring in the ring there, I think that'd be a good fight to watch.
It's gonna be interesting to see how the Dark Ages game goes, because if they don't end that game with him getting sealed away due to him being ambushed by the Khan Maker and her minion priests, because essentially that's what happened. They fucking lured him to that where they fucking found him in the 2016 game. And fucking
Go to sleep.
Yeah, essentially his ass got ambushed, and they sealed his ass away.
Go sleepy.
Which I don't really understand how he allows that to happen, but I guess they're gonna explain that in the they probably will.
Because like even in Doom Eternal, it's like all things were made by his hand, even you. And it's like he just gets put back in the sarcophagus.
Yeah. He's not dead, he's just not comatose state.
Hold up.
He'll just awake when they bring back hell shit again. It's just inevitable.
Yeah, I mean, because Bethesda needs like an honest to goodness organic win. They need a win that's like. Because I mean that's id Software, which I think it's a subsidiary. But yeah, Bethesda's gonna need a bunch of wins lined up because for one they got to fund Elder Scrolls 6. I don't know how much like actual development. I don't know if they've been working on ES6 since they did the fucking reveal back in 2018. Which that's still wild to think about. More time has passed since the Elder Scrolls 6 reveal than had passed from the initial release of Skyrim to the reveal of Elder Scrolls 6.
Dude, I sort of
what have
they been doing for the past like 10 years?
I don't know if Todd realizes the implications of Elder Scrolls 6 being a fail.
Like, I don't understand what they have been doing for the past 10 years. I mean, okay, maybe Starfield, but at the same time, that game has like nothing in it. Fallout
Well,
76, yeah, I don't know,
that's
that's
what's
up.
well, like Fallout. They did Fallout 76 as for whatever reason I don't know. I guess they wanted a Fallout clone of Elder Scrolls Online. Like, I still think Fallout 76 as a if they would have done Fallout 76 as like a cooperative PvE, like a four-person co-op PvE, I think it would have handled a lot better than what they did. Or if anything else, they should have waited to like have the tech be refined to where it didn't launch as such a buggy mess. I mean, like even on PlayStation, there were people that were spawning in fucking Fallout 4 assets and
Yeah.
using them.
I'm actually kind of surprised that they, like, I'm like actually kind of shocked at what 76 has done so far, because when I played it when I first got it a few years back, I was bored with it and stopped. It's like I came back to it recently, but stopped again because I got bored again. But it got better, but it's still bad.
I mean, that's like something that starts out as shit, but it's like that's the thing. Like, we don't want something that starts out as complete shit and then, like, because that's basically polishing a turd. That's basically polishing a turd.
But
Now,
Cyberpunk
if you
was the
have
exception.
something, huh?
I'm just saying that Cyberpunk was the exception because it came out very shittily on launch.
Well, like, Cyberpunk was like part of its problem was they were developing it for too many systems. They didn't streamline it to say, hey, this is going to be a launch title for PS5 and Xbox One Series X
Oh
or
yeah,
whatever the fuck it is.
they should have done the PS5 version. They shouldn't have released it because it ran
Yeah,
so
they
shit
should have
on the PS4.
they should have delayed the fucking PS4 and Xbox One release. Polish off the new gen and PC versions, and then like get versions for the older hardware out later.
Yeah,
So it's like, and even then, Cyberpunk still like kind of overhyped and underdelivered. So it's still a bit of a turd.
it has a good story. I haven't played it ever since.
I'll give points where they're due, but it's still a bit of a turd. Like, you can't get around the fact that it overhyped and overpromised and underdelivered. That's just irrefutable.
Because weren't they also going to do a co-op mode, or it was like an online mode, but they got scrapped. Yeah. They got scrapped because there's no way that the game could handle it.
So yeah, that's like I said, that's still a turd, regardless of how you want to look at it.
Yeah, I haven't played since the DLC
CDPR is in trouble because Witcher 4's Witcher 4 has to, which I've heard they're remastering. I think the original Witcher game.
Oh please, I hope.
I think they're remastering it. I don't know if CDPR is actually doing it or they farmed it out to a third party. But I imagine they're doing the remasters to fund Witcher 4. Now that has to actually fucking be a home run. Like, you actually have to convince the fan base that Ciri actually was tough enough to survive the trials. That she actually was tough enough to be the first woman to survive the trials, and is a Witcher, not just because my girl boss reasons. They've actually got to convince people of that. So they need to do some explaining with that game, because I mean, I was like, Ciri's the protagonist. She's older now.
They most likely will.
They have to. Because if there's not a believable lore reason as to why Ciri is a full-blown Witcher, then I think it's over for them. They will have pissed away. They will have just basically pissed away their flagship IP. They'll have pissed it away. That's the same thing with Bethesda and Elder Scrolls. that is their flagship franchise. That is the one that's actually theirs. So Todd Howard has to realize that Elder Scrolls 6 being a failure is not an option, because he will be out at Bethesda. He will not get a fucking golden parachute. If that shit fails, Microsoft will not give him a fucking golden parachute. Absolutely will not. They will fire. They will fire his ass as CEO of CEO of Bethesda. The studio will probably, Bethesda itself will probably be shuttered. They'll sell off the IPs. They'll either move the IPs around or sell them off. I would imagine they'll probably keep. They might keep Elder Scrolls in-house. They might keep Elder Scrolls and Fallout in-house, but the rest they'll probably farm out.
I think the smartest move right now that Microsoft can do is tell Bethesda, listen, we want a new Fallout game, and since you guys are clearly have enough on your plate...
Well, here's the thing. Elder Scrolls, like a mainline Elder Scrolls title has been in the pipeline it's been the next thing in the pipeline since, because, Fallout 4, I mean, it's 10 years, Fallout 4 is 10 years old, but, like, Elder Scrolls was next in the pipeline anyway after Starfield. So, Elder Scrolls 6, there's supposedly, apparently Fallout 3 is getting a remaster.
I've been hearing that too.
Is getting a third. If it's got all of the DLCs in with it, if it ships as, like, complete with all the DLCs, okay, yeah, Fallout 3 with all the DLCs it's okay. You can speed run the fucking story. You can speed run the main story in like 15 minutes. So it's a really, like, unless they patch out that ability to go straight to Vault 112 and shortcut the story, you can basically beat the base game in 15 minutes. I think is the speed run record for it.
Wow.
I think that was also before Broken Steel was installed as well.
Yeah, honestly, I loved 3 story and I loved the environment, but I really hated having to traverse the tunnels between the different areas.
It's like 3, Fallout 3 story definitely was interesting. It was a wholesome story. It felt a little bit lackluster in terms of a main story perspective because of how short it was. Like, just in terms of, because like the sequences where you're like a kid, they're not that long.
Take care.
And then